Okay. Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Hopefully, huh, hopefully everyone can hear me loud and clear. I did get a microphone, but I haven't tried it out on TikTok yet. But I'm hoping that it all works out. We are going to do our chakra alignment, and I meant to tell you guys, I'm so sorry about last week. I don't know how it managed to slip my mind, but it did. I'm here this week, and that is what matters. Because last week, I honestly can't tell you what happened. I could have sworn I recorded it and uploaded it. When I went back in my videos, it was not there, and it was not uploaded. And I was like, well, damn, did I record it? But I've been busy, and I'm here with you guys now. So we are going to start with our usual chakra alignment to see what exactly is going on here. What exactly do you guys need to know for this week? Okay, we are going to be using a few different decks to do this reading. We are going to first start off with our chakra deck. Okay, we have four different oracle decks that we're going to use. I just want to make sure that this microphone is on and working. I'm hoping that everyone can hear me good, well, loud, and clear. Okay, let's go. Spirit, what is the first card that we have here for this chakra alignment this week? Okay, we have isolation here. Okay, for the very first card, we have isolation here with the base chakra, the root chakra. I'm trying to, don't mind my belly. I'm trying to get this to look like a little bit wider, but it's not looking how it usually looks. Okay, let's see what else. Okay. Rejection. We have this here with the sacral chakra. This could be why you are in isolation here at the base, here at the root. You know, acceptance comes from self first and foremost. If you don't accept yourself fully and entirely, there's no way in hell you can have people accept you for who you truly are. You're always going to be a reflection of what somebody else wants you to be if you don't first accept yourself and live in that truth and that reality unapologetically, regardless of who has what to say about it or who agrees and who doesn't agree. It really doesn't have anything to do with them. It has everything to do with you and how you want to live your life, the life that you are creating, the life that you are cultivating. Okay, it has everything to do with you and your own personal free will. It says wisdom with the solar plexus chakra here. I feel like I don't have enough space today. Let me see if I can move her up. Okay, to give me some extra space because I feel like I don't have no space. How do you guys like this mat? I changed it over from the white one. Just a little switch up. Probably change it back soon. I don't know, I like a little surprise every here and there, like, oh, switch it up on you. Now, let's see what else we have here. So we have isolation, rejection, wisdom, heart chakra, bittersweet. Bittersweet. Okay. Throat chakra, passion. I love this energy because it's present, it can be felt. You can't run from it. This is, hmm, you could put yourself in a situation or a predicament where you have to choose others over yourself, or you could allow yourself to go through this isolation with grace and gratitude so that you can continue to craft and cultivate, and fine tune. This could have to do with someone's throat chakra, how you stand up for yourself, how you decide to speak up for yourself could very much well be of significance right now. The things that you decide need your attention, and the things that you decide just doesn't. This has a lot to do with I'm getting someone's throat chakra though. Let's see. We have insecurity here with third eye chakra. This has to do with trusting yourself, trusting your gifts, trusting your connections, from the Almighty Most High Divine God, your spirit guides. If you feel that you are lacking spiritually in some way, shape, or form, just like you would if you were lacking vitamins, if you were dehydrated and you need water, you would go get whatever water is needed. You would go get whatever is needed for you to be replenished. I want you to find whatever is needed, whatever is necessary for you to heal this or for you to overcome this, especially when it comes to your intuition, your gut feeling, your divine link. We have to make sure that's always attached. Okay, clock it. Always attached. Clarify the crown. The crown. Last card is growth. Wow. Okay, so you're turning the radio, baby. You are changing the tune. You are changing the frequency. Okay, with this, I'm hearing like you're singing a new tune. You are going to be stepping into a new form of authenticity, and it's going to take some getting used to. It's also going to take some separation and possibly isolation away from people, places, and things that aren't aligned with this newer version of you. But it's so beautiful coming in. You can see it, you can feel it, and when you can accept that it's coming, regardless of if you like it or not, regardless of if other people are like it or not, you will be so happy to express. You'll be so happy to express all that you have endured, all that you have overcome. It's going to be so liberating for you. Okay, you're not just going to see it on you, but in some way, shape, or form, you could choose to speak this out into the universe. Really talk about your testimony in some way, shape, or form. It just seems like a very beautiful rebirth is happening here. You know, this is so good. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it going because I am on a time schedule. I'm on a time limit. I'm a mother. I'm a mother. Okay, so I'm not going to hold y'all up too long, but I did want to show my face. I did want to show my energy over here. I did want to pop up, let the frequency frequent. Okay, let's see what else we have. What else do we have here, Spirit? Clarify this isolation. Loneliness. Wow. Loneliness and isolation are here together. I know that I am never alone. I really want you to try your best to reevaluate how you look at this isolation that you are going through. You're not being you are being isolated to go through a transition to step into a new timeline or a new wave. So there is nowhere for you to be but exactly where you are. And I need you to understand that the things that you used to do is not going to or can't come into this next chapter or next phase. And you know that. And a part of you is grateful toward that. Is grateful about that with this wisdom here and this growth. So don't make it harder than what it has to be, or don't be more dramatic. Don't make yourself feel a certain type of way that isn't really necessary, especially when you know for a fact the transition or the transformation that you are undergoing is something that is necessary. It's absolutely fucking necessary. Love. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. we have love here with rejection. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. This love is self first and foremost, self love, self acceptance, and being able to continue to be yourself regardless of who it pleases and who it does not please. Okay, it is not your job to please anyone unless you are quite literally in a committed relationship, and even that has its healthy boundaries. So I really need you to not put too much pressure on yourself, especially because everything is going to be working out in your favor here. It's really just going to be about how you allow yourself to go through this transition or transformation. It's really just about the things that you tell yourself behind closed doors when it's, just you, because it's going to be just you. So I really want you to charge yourself up in a negative, oh shit, charge yourself up in a positive way and not so much in a negative way. You that was catch yourself when you find yourself starting to spiral. Catch yourself, apologize. Aries energy could be of significance. I'm seeing Martin Lawrence when he was um trying to stop overreacting, or when he was trying to control his emotions, and he didn't let anything, even the job, even his job that was actually stressing him out a lot, even in that midst, he was still trying, making a conscious effort to control himself, to take accountability and give accountability where it's due. You know what? I try. And after the third time, but that's not the point. That's not the point. Martin Lawrence could be of significance, but it's like really give yourself grace as you step into this next phase and chapter in your life. And I want you to take less time, take less time to incorporate how other people will feel, and that might seem very selfish, um but it's absolutely necessary. It's this selfish period is absolutely necessary. Even if you don't want to, let's not use selfish, let's use this isolation. They can't judge what they don't know. They can't criticize, or wherever the case may be, something that they can't see until it is already done and complete. This is like not showing your hand before it's already done and complete. This is like being not telling your right hand what your left hand is doing, left hand what your right hand is doing, and vice versa. Healthy boundaries is a real, true thing. And when you find that you are in a space or place where you have to enforce healthy boundaries, make sure that you are remembering why wisdom and growth, because it was stunting your growth from you becoming what it is that you so desperately want, what it is that you think about in the mere night, or the bittersweet moments, or I'm hearing in the still of the night, in the still of the night. Okay, something about that. But let's see. We have wisdom. Oh, whoa, this card went flying. This card says adversity. I accept the challenges. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. We have this here with wisdom. Have you learned your lesson? Have you learned your lesson about self-awareness? Have you ever been put in a situation, or have you ever sacrificed yourself for the likeness, or for the happiness, or for the guise of another person, place, or thing, and put yourself or your own personal dreams on the back burner? Have you been there before? Do you want to be there again? What conscious decision are you going to make to prevent that from happening again? If you have never experience this, I want you to be mindful about anybody that is asking you to sacrifice your happiness to make them happy. Think about how selfish they're being to ask you that. I need you to take a page out of a book and say, fuck no. Period. Now, if this is pertaining to, you being in a committed relationship, if this is like a marriage or something of that nature, everything there's a time and a place and a space for everything. But I keep hearing healthy boundaries. I'm getting that this isn't your first go around where you had to make a decision, where you had to choose between someone else and yourself. And it's like with this isolation, if they don't know, if you're not around, if you're not showing up, if they can't contact you, you won't have to even go through any of that. ah, Pisces could be of significance. I'm hearing cash doll. I heard you was looking for me. Here I go. ah, let's see what we have here. Clarify this bittersweet. Clarify this bittersweet here, Spirit. It says friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. And some friends are in our life simply for a season. Okay. Not every friend, not every lover, not every person, place, thing, family member, even job, home is supposed to come with you in every season of your life. If you have the luxury of experiencing something that beautiful where you can have ties from beginning to the end, that is, to some people, that is a very beautiful thing. Me, every day some new shit. No, I like to experience. I like to see a lot of different things. I like to explore a lot. I think I would be in prison if I was seeing the same things every single day. I love to meet new people. I love to try new foods. I love to go to new places. I love to see new environments and experience different cultures, so I this is prison to me. But there are some people that yearn for that stability, that yearn for that familiarity, and then it's to a point where you can't move. It's fine when it is, when it allows you to grow and thrive and nourish you and care, like tender love and care. It's fine when it's in that, mindset. But if it is holding you back and hindering you from success and rejecting your dreams before you can even take the leap, it is no longer of likeness to you or for you. It is no longer of service or purpose to you in your life. And you have to sever that tie. Okay. It's no longer about, you can no longer use the guise of comfortability or familiarity as a reason for you to stay around, because you know for a fact it isn't actually serving you. Just because it's familiar does not mean that it's actually good for you. And I feel like, with this passion here over this throat chakra, you are going to killing with kindness. Killing with kindness is what it's giving. Let people down, or tell people the truth, and the reality is that you are in a space and a place where you are living your life for you, or you are beginning to write your story or your chapter, and it involves you and you alone. And some people might have a problem with that, and you have to think about why. How much of their story was being written by you? How many times did you have to sacrifice growth on your own path for to write another person's story, to help in another? No, no, no. One time, two times, three times, four times, and it goes on and on and on again. Fool me one time. Okay. Blame. This is full accountability. Regardless of if you did it out of love, regardless of if did it out of true compassion and tender love and care, it was a decision that you decided to make. It was a decision, you deciding to sacrifice yourself and your dreams to make someone else happy, or you deciding to sacrifice yourself and your dreams for someone else and them not reciprocating that energy back when you knew it was never guaranteed. At the end of the day, when the day got to end, who who can I run to clear this empty space? Tell me, who can I run to when I need love? Come on now. If they really love you, if they really support you, if they really care about you, they would not ask you to sacrifice your happiness to be with them. I love you enough to let you go. I love you enough to let you go. But if they don't, you have to understand how selfish someone can be. Take a page out of their book. Either you're going to let me go gracefully, or I'm going to storm out. Either way, I would like to do this peacefully, but I'm going to be going regardless. You could have an attitude or you could be happy for me. How you react says a lot. It really says a lot. Because if in all actuality, if you really love me, you would encourage me to grow and be the best that I can be, right? Mm. You only want me to be as big as I can be as long as I am of service to you. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. And then where does that leave me? Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. We have courage out here. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. We have this here with insecurity. Ooh, collective. It does feel, though it's very heavy, it's moving. I'm seeing the Six of Swords. It's very heavy, but it's moving. It is a cool. I'm seeing like a slug, like slugs could be of significance. It's very like the slime of a slug. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but slime or slugs could be of significance. But it's heavy, but it's moving. Whoa. Look, the death and fucking change. Oh my fucking god. If you didn't already know I was a psychic, if you didn't already know, well, hello everyone. But we have death and we have change out here. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Bro, listen to me. Listen to me. Now keep in mind, I'm an artist. And I'm sensitive about my shit. But what could you really say? Ain't nothing that you could say to me that's going to deter me from doing what the hell I'm doing right now. There's nothing that you could say to me. Nothing. And if you fix your lips, please believe they will fall off your fucking face every time. Because who do you think you are? I keep pick every time I come over here to YouTube. It's like people just be having a little bit too much audacity to not even be able to really see you at your fullest capacity. Who do you think you are? Better yet, who do you think I am? If you don't know, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Ho. H to the O B. Sagittarius energy could be of significance. But yeah, man, you need to stop playing, man. They need to stop playing. They better act like they motherfucking know. They better act like they know not to play. Don't fuck around. Don't fuck around with my collective now. You don't want no drama. Save it for your mama. Okay? And if this is your mama, farewell. All right, let's see. I want to do this deck first, and then I'm going to finish her off with Blue Love University. Isn't this deck so cute? Of course, you guys know I'm the creator of it. I don't think I'm going to sell it, but I do want to have it like exclusive for my channel so that we can get some flavor in here, baby. You see all these colors? We are colorful beings. You know, colorful beings. You're not black and white. Though they would like to keep us like that. Hell no. Need some seasoning around this motherfucker. We need some seasoning around here. All right. Now, this card says the art of attraction. The peacock theory emphasizes that over the top display is a strategic move. The universe encourages you not to hide your light. Use confidence and boldness to gain the upper hand in social settings. First card out here with loneliness. It's time for you to put yourself in environments where you can truly be who you are. It's time for you to put yourself in environments where you can truly be who you are and stop putting yourself in environments where you have to perform and be somebody that you no longer resonate with, that you no longer resonate as. And it's going to take a certain courage from you. It's going to take a certain confidence from you for you to really do this the right way. You know, do it with your hands shaking, do it with your voice quaking. I'm telling you, when I first started doing all of this, I used to be so fearful. Like, what if people think that I'm a fraud? Or what if people think that I'm not doing it because, what if people think that I'm not doing it for legit reasons? But at the end of the day, I didn't give a fuck. I had a overwhelming sensation, a overwhelming passion to do something. I can't do a lot in the circumstances that I am in, but I can do something out here. I can't, there is no way in hell that I can fix my lips and talk about anybody that's not doing enough in my opinion. And when I'm not out here doing nothing, so I had to do something. And this is my something. And I feel that I'm fucking amazing at it. And I wish nothing more than for people to find that thing that's going to give them the drive to just show up and show the fuck out every damn time. Because why not? Because why not? Why not? Be the star of your own show. Okay, it says take control here. In a relationship or situation, your passive stance has caused you to miss opportunities that should have been yours. Now is the moment to take charge. Step forward and claim what is rightfully yours. How many times didn't I just say take the stage? This is like this person is on stage to me. But yeah, man. We have this here with rejection and we have love. Some people gonna love you, some people gonna hate you. Either way, they all gonna still pay for that ticket. They're all gonna still be out there. boo hoo crying. I'm seeing Michael Jackson. I'm seeing Michael Jackson when he just stood there during the Super Bowl for like a whole 10 minutes or something, and the people was like falling out, and he wasn't even doing nothing. He wasn't doing anything, but you could just feel it. You knew how he was coming. Who do you think you are? Who do you think I am? Let me show you real quick. I can't. First of all, he had the most Super Bowl views ever. I think it was the very first one, or one of the very few, or one of the very beginning ones. And the whole time, people was falling out, passing out, losing their freaking minds, and he wasn't even moving. It's just like, please trust, believe that you really can achieve anything that you really can set your mind to and make conscious effort to dedicate time, effort, energy. Anything is possible. I'm talking from a true creative native. I'm telling you, I went to school for sewing and dressmaking, culinary, photography, anything that you can think of. I was doing it resin. I went from this to this to this to this to this to this crystal makings, and I still do that, but none of those things. I did all those things because at the time that's what I like to do. It was a hobby for me. It was something that I really did wish or hope to take into the longevity, but it had no real connection to me. It was just something that I did just off of a whim, something that I found to do, found entertaining to do. But this right here, you can't tell me. There's nothing you can tell me. There's nothing you can say to me. I need you to get here. The certainty that I have, I would like to take all the credit, but I can't at all. I won't even sit here and act like, I did this all on my own, or this confidence is relying solely on my own personal progress. I just didn't, I just missed last week, wasn't even here. But it's from the Almighty Most High Divine God. God want what's best for me. So please understand, I'm going to continue to do what's best for me. If you love me, you want me to do this. Okay? I am a very generous, a very giving, a very loving person. I'm always very considerate of the people that I have around me. So it's never a thing like I'm doing something out of spite or doing something that is going to cause somebody some type of ill will or harm. So I'm never really caught in a space or a place where I have to defend my own personal happiness from the people that I have around me because they encourage me. You know, to an extent, because I've gotten to this place where they don't even know what's going on until it's already done. And then you can do whatever you want with that. You can do what you will with that, but it's already said and done. Okay, either you're going to like it and love it or you're going to hate it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you like it, love it, hate it or not. Keep in mind that I am indeed an artist. We are all artists in some way, shape, or form. Even this peacock. Some people could say that all peacocks look the same, but baby, the way they shake them tail feathers, everybody has their own swag, vibe, aura, and all of that essence. Essentially, it cannot be copied, and it's time for you to make that wave of energy. It's time for you to create that auric field, of authentic energy, your authentic essence. It's time. It's time. Dependence. You are dependent on a relationship or habits that's hindering your shine. Believe in yourself. You already have all that you need to succeed. And the only affirmation comes from within. We have this here with adversity. Go with the flow. You are being called to go with the flow. Holding on too tightly can exhaust the spirit, while letting go is a gesture of trusting in the universe. The more you attempt to control, the more you miss out on the surprises that life naturally brings. We have this here with friendship and bittersweet. Okay, friendship and bittersweet. This could be, holding on to friendships that are outdated and no longer serve you and hindering you from kind of coming in contact with people that are actually going to pour into you the way that you need to be poured into in this chapter of your life. You know, there will be some things that you have to separate from, that you have to leave in the past. And I really want you to be honest with yourself when it's time, when the opportunity presents itself, or when the situation, you know, has exalted all of the energy. You know, I really want you to be at peace, or try your best to find peace with this, instead of second guessing if you're making the right decision, because you know for a fact you are. This card says results, results and recognition. And we have this here with blame. We have this here with blame. Understand, it says, congratulations. Your hard work is on the brink of manifesting into tangible achievements, bringing you into the recognition you deserve and unlocking new possibilities. In this moment, the universe is signaling you to trust in your value. Okay, let's see what these last three cards are. We have courage here. Embrace what is. The recent disappointment may leave you feeling helpless, but remember, this is just one closed door. You are being guided towards another door that will soon open, leading you onto a path that's better suited for you. We have this here with courage. For death, we have fear. You're thinking of all the things that could go wrong, but what about all the things that could go right? Make a paradigm shift in your thinking and take inspired action towards anything you put your fucking mind to. Some of y'all really be sleeping on your own potential. Like, some of you guys are real brainiacs. Virgo could be of significance. Ooh, baby. If only. I'm not going to. We have change here and we have stay present. Your thoughts are disconnecting you from reality, avoiding external challenges. An unresolved issue has you trapped in your mental loops. Okay, now is the time to face it head on. Return to the present, reconnect with the essence of life, and restore the balance and clarity. We have this here with change. All right, I'm just going to let the cards say what the cards have to say. I'm not going to continue to tear you a new one. I'm not going to continue to tear you a new one. I'm just going to let it, you know, we are only 30 minutes in, and that's good. I am going to, I'm going to pull one more Oracle deck out just so that we can hopefully make it to the 45-minute mark. Okay, this is obviously going to be a shorter chakra alignment, but that's okay. That's all right. This movement, I know you can feel it. I know you can feel it. I know you can. And that is what I think, like, it's like you can feel the excitement. It's like you want to tell somebody or you want to express it, but there's no one to really to tell, and you have to sit with this happiness. And I really want you to remember that you are sitting with your own personal happiness and you are savoring it for yourself before you take it out to the world that could possibly love it or potentially hate it. But it doesn't matter how they feel about it. What matters is how you feel about it. How do you feel about it? You know, would you continue to go after your dreams and goals if it meant that everybody in the world was going to hate you? Let me tell you something. Everybody in the world is going to hate you anyway. Please understand. It's a lose lose in that particular scenario. There's nothing that you can do for the whole world to love you. If you are in a space and place in your life where the whole world loves you, you probably hate the fuck out of yourself behind closed doors because you have to perform on a constant basis. No, not my collective. Okay, let's see. Wake up call, baby. Wake up call. It says you are about to discover your life's purpose. Oh, it says soul group. You are getting ready to unite with members of your soul family. Okay. I want you to understand, just like soulmates, just like lovers that we experience in our life, that same thing occurs with the friends that we have, the family that we consider to be family, the people that we trust. When you were younger, you probably were very close with your relatives. Some of y'all was not close at all. It really depends. But your immediate relatives was probably the people that you relied on and depended on in some way, shape, or form. And as you grew older and as you got to really understand yourself and you got to understand life, and you got to pick and choose who is or who was in your life, I'm sure you started to sift through. Like, you no longer hold a place, you no longer hold a place, and you no longer hold a place. Well, now it's time for you to look in the mirror, because it's you that is no longer allowed or no longer resonating or no longer, in alignment with where you are. So it's you that's going to have to make that move, and be happy about that. Find the happiness about it. It's so liberating. There's so much out there to explore. Just go for it. I'm that friend. I'm the friend that you might have to tell, listen, Lou, you might want to sit down. You might want to relax a little bit. You're a little bit too hyped, but why not? Sunshine and rainbows. I'm that friend. I'm always going to be the one to tell you to just do it. Just try it. Just go after it. Just take the leap. Because so more often than not, I have grown up around a lot of people that were fearful. They didn't take the leap to do the smallest things, let alone the big, huge things. But even the smallest things in life, we deny ourselves the luxury of that. And then at the same time, we break our backs to help somebody else achieve that because we deny ourselves of it. It's like we want, if I can't have it, at least I can do it for somebody else. At least I can help somebody else. We are no longer sacrificing ourselves. And it doesn't make you selfish, the fact that you're not, helping another person, place, or thing. It might in some situations, especially ones that are codependent, especially ones that you have to set healthy boundaries with. Absolutely. I'll be selfish, I'll be this, I'll be that. You can call me anything that you want. You can say whatever you feel is necessary, but at the end of the day, the answer is still going to be no. Unwavering faith. You are being asked to have faith in the unseen. We have this here with go with the flow, or independence, codependence. It says intuition here. Okay, you are learning to embrace and trust your inner knowing, being able to listen to your own inner voice. Okay, trust your own gut and to go your own way. It's all about you and you and you and you. And for some people, that might be frightening, to be put in the spotlight, to be put on the forefront. The beautiful part about it is nobody is perfect. God has chosen people that He gave a natural stutter to be a spokesperson for everybody to get His messages. Understand, He specifically gave somebody a stuttering problem and then told them, I want you to give my message to these people and say that it's from me. So you telling me you wanted me to do this and you couldn't give me a stutter? Why did you give me a stutter? There's not a nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Okay? So to push perfectionism on yourself is a losing game. Accept yourself for your flaws and all, beauty and all. I can't, that's yet another thing I can't stress enough. I have had my ups and downs with my confidence and my fluctuating weight and all other things that you could possibly think of. All other things that you could possibly think of, and it's something that we battle with, that I battle with every single day. Showing up, making sure that I'm dedicating enough time and effort into my own personal self to make sure that I'm loving myself. It's an everyday thing. It's not something that I can say you can do this one trick and it's going to be a one trick thing, but it's really a conscious effort that I make toward that I make every day to show up for myself, to dedicate time and effort and energy to myself, to make sure that I am showing up in my most authentic way. You know, I don't I don't choose or wish to be like any other person, place, or thing. I just wish to be better than who I was yesterday. I just wish to show up a little bit more than what I did yesterday, have a little bit more energy, make a little bit more conscious decisions, So try not to compare yourself to any person, place, or thing. Really track your own personal journey, get more in tune with you. You know, it's like some of you guys are like afraid of yourself or something like that. Well, this could be your inner child that is needing a safe space or a warm place, or some space, or like I'm seeing like a prayer closet or something, but I need you to create an environment where your inner child can really come out and cry or laugh or paint or color or dance or I don't know, but be free to just be without any expectations. I need your inner child. I need you to allow your inner child to look. I'm seeing this. Allow your. I'm looking straight ahead of me at this crystal, and I just so happen to look down and see this person like talking to this child. But I really need you to be who you wish you had, okay, for yourself right now. Who do you wish? What did you wish that you had, in your life? Maybe when you were younger. Who did you wish you had in your life? Um are you your own hero? Have you come to save yourself? Have you hugged this inner version of yourself? Have you spoken positivity? And it might sound so crazy, but it takes, from my own personal experiences, the only way that I choose, to tell you is through my own personal vulnerability. But it took for me to really, you know, hug myself, talk to my own inner child, say the things that really never was said, give my own inner child closure. And this might look like you in your room rocking yourself in the bed talking to yourself. It might look a little crazy from the outside looking in, but it's absolutely necessary that even in isolation you validate yourself, you validate your feelings regardless of if people are going to acknowledge them or not. You owe yourself that. You owe yourself to see yourself. Please do. I'm seeing someone that could have been neglected or overlooked, or abandonment wounds could be of significance. Don't abandon your inner child. I want you to come back or create a space where you can be free. It says universal mind here. You are about to receive the solution to your problem or concern. We have this here with recognition and reward. Automatic negative thoughts. You are learning to take charge of the thoughts you choose to give life to. Embrace what is. Okay, I'm hearing God grant me the clarity to know to there's a saying. God grant me the clarity to know to you got somebody please put it down below because I feel like grant me the clarity, to know the difference between the things that I can and cannot change. Something along those lines. Okay, something along those lines. Grant me the clarity or the wisdom that's needed for me to know the difference between the things that I can and cannot change. I hope somebody can put the actual quote down below because I'm forgetting it. Hopefully, it's Serena. Hi, lovely. Or Chubby Bunny. It says power struggle here. You may be involved in a power struggle between two or more people. We have this here with fear. We also have this here with you being able to trust your intuition, you being able to paint whatever it is that you want instead of, being told what to paint and then not liking what's on the portrait or not liking what's on the canvas. It's time for you to paint what it is that you want to paint. If you don't like it, white it out. If you don't like it, throw it away and start fresh again. If you don't like it, scratch it and start a new one. But right now it's time for you to create and craft and cultivate what it is that you want. It says angel numbers here. Pay attention to the signs. Your angels are trying to deliver a message. 444 as I look up as well. This is the last oracle card, the last oracle deck that we are going to use, guys. Let's see what comes out. And my baby. Ooh, ooh, hold on now. I wasn't ready. You already trying to pop out for us. I wasn't ready. Okay. Dip. Even God. Get the fuck up. It says dip off, baby. It's time. It is time. It says dip. Okay. Even God knew when to get going, when to get ghost. Okay. And rise again in a whole new place of space. You can't see me. My time. John Cena could be up significance. John Cena could be up significance. Not John Cena now. You can't see me. My time is now. I'm shining now. Something like that. I can't remember his dun, 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 dun. I can't remember. Somebody could be watching wrestling or something, or like John Cena could be up significance. I know he's like an actor too, something like that. Okay. It says catch. Some blessings land soft. Be ready. It says pull. Draw your power back in. Draw your power back in. Hmm. Do the right thing. And this has to do with giving and taking accountability, for people, places, and things that would ask you to sacrifice yourself and what it is that you want in your life to make them happy. You know, just because they're asking you to sacrifice yourself does not be, and they love you or claim to love you, does not mean that you should do it. Anybody that's asking you to sacrifice yourself, I want you to ask yourself why. Jesus was perfect and they still sacrificed him. So I'm telling you, there's nothing you can love yourself. Love yourself, baby. Love yourself. It says call. The right people will answer. The right people will answer. The right, okay, I'm done. The right people will answer. It says give. What flows from you finds its way back. Protect. What's precious must be shielded. Last card. Not every fuel needs your not every fire needs your fuel. Not every fire needs your fuel. Be cool. I'm cool off a beat. I'm smooth. I'm cool off a beat. Ugh. Bottom of the deck is edge. Live on it. Be bold, not reckless. Thank you guys so much for allowing me and your energy for this chakra alignment. If you guys need to book me, please be sure to check the description down below. I do offer same day readings. I would never reach out to you for a reading, but if you need to reach out to me, please be sure to use the link in the description. I also have my Linktree in my bio. Okay. Um, yeah, guys, let me know how this resonated for you down below. Thank you so much for allowing me in your energy again. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you guys soon. I hope to see you guys again very soon. Very soon. Now I have John Cena stuck in my head. Now I have John Cena stuck in my dang head. All right, guys. It's a wrap. That's a wrap. See you next week, folks. At least for our chakra alignment. I'll see you guys next week. I don't know how to do this from here. Why you guys always never want to let me go?